Thanks for joining me. This is a short course, and this is for trainers to look at when you're setting up a training strategy for a new hire. And a lot of people ask the question, well, Jerry, if I've just hired somebody, where should I start? So that's the purpose of this. I want to kind of give you a guideline of a great way to start a new hire. The very first class that I would suggest that you have someone go through is the CVC Chimney's 101 class, Introduction to the World of Chimney Service. This is a 5-hour class, and what we do in here is broken down in set 5 parts, and this takes them through and gets them to where they understand what the terms are. So often we bring somebody in and they're green, they're straight off the street, and understanding the terms from the get-go, from the beginning, can help them immensely. So no matter if this is a field or an office staff member you hired, my suggestion for the first class for them to take on our Basecamp platform is going to be the Chimneys 101 class. It's going to give them a lot of background into what we're doing, where we've been, what we're going through. Now, the next class after that, if they're a technician, I'm going to suggest that your next class to assign them is our basic chimney sweep technician training course. I'm going to open this up. This is a 16-hour course. And the purpose of this is to prepare this person for taking any industry certification exam. You can see it is broken down into sections. It's broken down into 13 sections, and there are numerous quizzes located throughout the system. And I want to take you into how a quiz works. Like, I'm going to click on this quiz number 1, and I'm going to start this over at the beginning. So what it's going to take them through, and it's going to ask them questions such as NFPA 211 is a law, it's a code, it's a standard, it's a repair manual. Now, the correct answer is it's a standard, but I'm going to click one that people commonly click wrong, and they'll say it's a code. Well, it's actually a standard. So when I click next question, what it's telling me is that I got that incorrect. This is a learning quiz. So in the learning quiz, I'm now going to have to make another attempt to answer the question. So now I'm going to click on standard, and now we will go to the next question. On here, the IRC is an abbreviation for International Residential Code. Hit next question, and we go. A key to be successful in your chosen field is, and the answer is ongoing continuous education. Hit next question. Okay, so these are learning quizzes. There's between 20 and 25 questions on each one of the segments that you go through. And we even have a section down here about using the IRC manual, both in a book and in a written form. So that can help them prepare for that particular part to get themselves certified by whatever industry certification that you are going to have them go through. Okay, so let's go back home. So we've taken that step. What is the next class that you want them to take? My suggestion is that you take our diagnostic and analysis approach to chimney failure. Before taking this class, they should have went fully through the basic chimney sweep training class. Now, the diagnostics and analysis approach, this is another 16-hour class broken up into sections, and you can see there is 14 parts of that particular class. So that would be the next class I would go to. From that point, what would I go to next? I think we need to teach them a little bit about safety. So then we go to the ladder safety side, and here we have various training videos on the use of ladders, the use of step ladders, electrocution hazards, demonstrating different things, the GOAT, the Ridge Pro, different things like that, because we've got to get our safety training into, and this is also fulfilling part of your requirement to train if there's ever an OSHA inspection, because our system is recording all this for you also. From there, what I would suggest you do is go to Bob Ferrari's roped roof access class. This is a 3-hour classroom training, and you're also going to see a lot of accompanying videos in this about how to tie different knots, how to hook up, how to have anchor points. Very beneficial class. He's going to talk about helmets and harnesses and all those kind of things. After you take that class, after they've completed that class, and there is quizzes there, then the next class I would suggest they go to is our factory built diagnostics class. Let me find it here. Okay, history of the factory built fireplace course. And this is a 4-hour course, and it goes through the issues, how factory built fireplaces and chimneys came into being, and it's going to give them a good history into that particular stuff. It's going to be very important if you are sitting in an area that has a lot of factory built units. The next class I suggest you get that you have them attend is going to be on house pressures and resolution. Okay, understanding house pressures. This is a 2.5-hour basic class on that, and that will be the next class that I would have them go through. The next class from there would be our photo class. Let me find the class here. Let's see here. Sometimes it takes me a minute to find a class like this. But anyway, we have a 3-hour class, and it is on the proper way to take photos. Photo processes for text and office course. This is a 3-hour class. Okay, so at this point, I would also suggest that they then take the class, Why Do We Line Chimneys? This is a documentary. It's a 1-hour course, and what it does, it tells you about all the reasons that chimney lining was developed. Okay, and from there, I want them to know a little bit of history of the chimney sweep industry. So we have a course in here. Okay. Bear with me just a minute, please. Hard time finding courses sometimes. We've loaded this thing up so heavy. But anyway, the name of the class is Where Have We Been and Where Are We Going? And what this does, this tells you all about the history of chimney sweeping in America. I'm going to go over if it's in my completed course file. Okay. Okay, I know it's here. It's just a matter of finding it. So you can see, even I have a problem sometimes getting effectively to where I want to go. I guess I got to take that class, How to Effectively. But the class I would take them through would be the one of Where Have We Been and Where Are We Going? Now, as you go through this, what you're going to find is there's a lot of classes, a lot of courses in here on sales. You're going to see we have a collection of sales and sales motivational videos. We also have a lot more classes on sales that they can go through, and we're building on this. But again, what you need to do is you got to figure out what do these, you've got to get the basic knowledge in them. And what I've laid out for you here is it's over 50 hours of training. That's right, 50 hours of training. If they get their certification done, after they do that, many of these classes are going to carry CEUs. Now, we'll keep building classes that go into this system. You're going to see this platform is going to grow exponentially in the future, but we keep getting asked the question, well, where should I start somebody at? So again, that's where we started at. Chimneys 101 would be your first class. The second class would be the CVC, Basic Chimney Sweep Technician. Then I would go to the Masonry Diagnostics. I would recommend from that point they go through ladder safety. From that point they go to rope safety. Then I recommend they go through factory built diagnostics. I'd recommend they go through our pressures class, our photo progression class and photo processes, and then take the history of the chimney sweep industry. I think that if they go through all of this training and they're able to absorb it, you're going to find that you're going to have a guy that's going to really be top notch. And like I said, that's between 50 and 60 hours of classroom work right there. So what you've got to do is set up your strategies, and you've got to set your deadlines. How long do you want to allow them to get the class done? And are they going to be doing it at home? Are you going to be providing them time at work? This is all part of the process of setting up great training for your people. But I think you're going to find that our process here and our programs are going to be able to take you to an entirely new level. So thanks for joining me. Any questions you got? Hey, just reach out to us at any time. We're here to help you move to that level that you're wanting to go to. And our plan is for this platform to greatly exceed your expectations.